In 2025, the world's biggest crimes don't happen in the streets anymore. They happen in data centers, coffee shops, and home offices, hidden behind screens. There's a hidden layer beneath the internet we use every day. It isn't indexed on Google, it doesn't appear on search engines, and it can't be accessed with a normal browser. It's called the dark web. It was originally designed to protect privacy for journalists, researchers, and activists. But it quickly became a place where stolen data, hacked accounts, and private information are traded like gold. In this world, everything has a price. Credit card numbers, business logins, customer databases, even entire company networks, all sold anonymously to the highest bidder. And the newest victims aren't massive corporations or governments. They're small businesses, cafes, dental clinics, online shops, and family-owned stores. The ones that think, we're too small to be hacked, but that's exactly what makes them perfect targets. Small businesses in the United States now face more cyber attacks than ever before. According to analysts, more than 60% of digital breaches in 2025 come from small or mid-sized companies. Why? Because smaller companies have weaker defenses, limited IT budgets, and fewer security checks. Hackers know this. They don't go for the hardest target, they go for the easiest one. And the attack often starts with something simple. An email, a fake invoice. A message that looks completely normal. Someone in the office clicks a link, the page opens, nothing seems wrong. But in the background, malware installs itself silently. Within minutes, it starts collecting information, emails, passwords, invoices, and system files. That data is sent to a hidden server, packaged, and uploaded for sale. On the dark web, that package might sell for less than $50. But for a hacker, that's more than enough to break into your network, steal customer data, or demand ransom in cryptocurrency. And you'll never even know it happened until the damage is done. In 2025, cases like this are everywhere. A bakery in New Jersey, a local dentist in Texas, a small online store in Florida. They all woke up one morning to locked systems, corrupted files, and ransom messages. Everything they built, frozen. And even if they paid, it didn't matter. Their data was already being traded on hidden forums. Names, phone numbers, payment histories, passwords, all gone. This isn't fiction. It's happening right now across America. The truth is, most cyber attacks don't start on the dark web, they end there. The dark web is the final stop, where all the stolen data gathers, gets sold, and circulates endlessly. Imagine your entire company's digital identity, your emails, customer records, financial data, listed on a secret marketplace next to thousands of others. That's the reality small businesses are facing in 2025. While owners are busy growing their brands, hackers are busy selling their data. And every week, new leaks appear: credentials, spreadsheets, account access, full server backups. Every single file has value to someone. The bakery's credit card processor login, the clinic's patient list, the e-commerce site's customer database. Each piece fuels a network of buyers and sellers that never stops moving. The most dangerous part is how invisible it all is. You don't see it, you don't feel it. You just notice things start to go wrong. Emails stop sending, transactions fail, customer trust disappears overnight. And when business owners call for help, they hear the same words again and again. Your data was exposed months ago. This is the silent side of the dark web. Not the horror stories, not the myths, but the real economy built on stolen information. Every stolen password, every leaked document, every unsecured Wi-Fi network adds fuel to this machine. And it keeps running because most small businesses never prepare for it. They rely on simple passwords. They postpone software updates. They click links they shouldn't. Each small mistake creates another opening. The dark web doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care if you run a coffee shop or a clothing brand. If you're online, you're part of its marketplace, whether you like it or not. And here's the harsh truth. The moment your data leaks, it's nearly impossible to get it back. You can change passwords. You can rebuild websites. But copies of your information will still float through encrypted channels, being sold and resold endlessly. While you work, while you sleep, while you plan your next business step, your data might already be passing through anonymous hands. That's the power of the dark web. It's invisible, it's unstoppable, and it's built on the mistakes ordinary people make every day. This isn't a movie or an exaggeration. This is the hidden economy of the internet, the one you never see, but that sees everything about you. Every transaction, every login, every file uploaded to the cloud. Somewhere someone is watching for the next weak point, and that weak point could be your business. Because in 2025, the digital world isn't just about convenience. It's about survival, and those who understand the threat survive. Those who ignore it don't. This is the reality of the modern dark web, a silent battlefield where information is the weapon and small businesses are caught in the crossfire. Once your data leaves your system, it doesn't just disappear. It travels through a maze, encrypted tunnels, proxy servers, private chat rooms. It bounces from country to country in seconds, hiding behind layers of code that even professionals struggle to trace. By the time anyone realizes what's happened, your information has already changed hands a dozen times. The dark web works like a giant digital black market. Think of it as an underground version of eBay, but instead of selling sneakers or gadgets, people sell stolen logins, bank info, and hacked networks. Buyers scroll through listings just like a normal shopping site. Access to small business accounts, full customer database, payroll system credentials. Each one priced in cryptocurrency, ready for instant delivery. And what's wild is how organized it all is. There are vendors with reviews, chat support, even refund policies. It's not chaos, it's business. Just business built on stolen data. Once the files are sold, they don't stop moving. Other hackers repackage them into new attacks. Phishing campaigns, fake websites, malware injections, all powered by information stolen from real people and companies. A single leaked email address can trigger a chain reaction. You start getting weird login alerts, then your clients do. Then your whole network starts acting strange. That's when panic kicks in. But by then, it's usually too late. Some cyber gangs even run subscription models where buyers pay monthly to access fresh leaks from small companies. They call them data drops. Each drop contains thousands of new victims, businesses that never saw it coming. And here's the kicker, most of that data comes from the US. Because American small businesses store everything online, payments, employee records, customer info, inventory logs, it's all connected, and that makes it gold for hackers. Meanwhile, deep in those dark web chat rooms, stolen info gets cross-checked. Hackers verify which passwords work, who changed theirs, and which accounts are still live. If your credentials are active, you're flagged as a high-value target. That's when the ransom notes start. A polite message first, we've encrypted your data, contact us to recover it. Then the threats, pay now or we leak everything. And they mean it. In 2025, data leaks aren't empty threats. Hackers don't just lock your files. They post samples online to prove they have them. That's enough to destroy customer trust overnight. Imagine your client seeing their name and invoice on a dark web forum. Once that happens, there's no PR fix in the world that can rebuild that trust. The scary part, most of this doesn't require elite hackers anymore. Anyone can buy pre-made attack kits. No coding, no skills, just pay, download, and hit run. Cybercrime has turned into an industry. A full-blown economy where knowledge, tools, and victims are traded 24/7. Every second data is moving, being stolen, sold, reused. And every stolen record makes the next attack smarter. You fix one problem and they already know your next move. Even if you restore your systems, copies of your data still exist somewhere out there, hidden, waiting to be reused months later for another scam. This is why cybersecurity experts say, once it's on the dark web, it's forever. There are countless hidden marketplaces. When one gets taken down by law enforcement, two more appear under new names. It's a game of whack-a-mole that never ends. Some are so private you need an invitation or a digital key just to view listings. Others are public enough that journalists can sneak in for screenshots before they vanish again. But for every marketplace exposed, hundreds more stay alive, thriving in total secrecy. And behind them are people who treat this like a career. There are groups specializing in different roles. Data thieves, ransomware negotiators, system sellers, identity brokers. They all work together, splitting profits, staying anonymous, and constantly evolving. That's why this isn't just about stolen passwords. It's about a system built to feed itself, where every small business becomes another data source. Some hackers don't even target you directly. They infect your suppliers, your software provider, or your marketing agency. Once those systems are breached, your info gets caught in the spill. That's called a supply chain attack. And it's one of the fastest growing threats in 2025. So even if you're careful, your data might still leak through someone else's mistake. By the time it surfaces on the dark web, it has been through so many layers that tracking it back to the original source is almost impossible. And this isn't just hitting businesses, it's also customers. When small companies lose data, their clients lose trust. One bad breach and loyal customers vanish overnight. Rebuilding that image can take years. For some, it never recovers. The modern dark web doesn't need to hack every business. It just waits for one weak link, one careless click, one unpatched server. That's all it takes to open the door. By the time you realize your data's gone, it's already been copied, shared, and sold across half the globe. That's how fast it moves. That's how deep it runs. And that's why understanding this world, I send Tejas Tech Talk. It's survival for every small business in America. If the dark web is the battlefield, then knowledge is your only defense. Most small businesses never think about cybersecurity until after the attack. They install antivirus software and assume that's enough. But in 2025, the rules have changed. Today, cybercrime isn't random, it's strategic. Hackers use AI to scan for weaknesses faster than any human can patch them. That's why defense now starts with awareness. The first step is the simplest one: know what data you hold. Most small business owners don't even realize how much information they collect. Every email, every form, every online order adds up. Once you know what you store, lock it down. Use complex passwords, not names, not birthdays, not anything easy to guess. Use password managers if you have to, and always enable two-factor authentication. That extra code on your phone can stop 90% of automated attacks. Next, keep your software updated. Every ignored update is an open door. Hackers love outdated systems because they already know how to break them. Then there's email, the #1 entry point for attacks. Train your team to spot fake messages. If an email looks urgent, if it asks for payment details, double-check it. One careless click can cost a business everything. And never share passwords through email or text. If you need to give access, use secure sharing tools or temporary logins. Cybersecurity isn't about fear. It's about building habits that make you harder to target. But protection doesn't stop there. Even with the best precautions, no system is unbreakable. That's why backups are your safety net. Keep one copy of your data offline, disconnected from your network. So if you ever get hit with ransomware, you can recover without paying a cent. Many small businesses in the US learned this the hard way. They paid ransom thinking they'd get their files back, but all they got was silence. Once you pay, hackers mark you as responsive. You're added to lists for future attacks. Because now they know you'll pay again. That's the harsh truth of the dark web economy. It feeds on fear and quick reactions. The moment you panic, they win. The smarter move is preparation. Run cybersecurity drills like fire drills. Make it normal for your team to test phishing emails, change passwords, and report odd behavior. And when something feels off, strange login alerts, slow systems, missing files, act immediately. Don't wait. The faster you respond, the smaller the damage. There are also tools that scan the dark web for your leaked data. They can't erase it, but they can warn you early before it's used against you. Think of them as smoke alarms for your digital life. Still, the most powerful defense is awareness. Because the more you understand the dark web, the less control it has over you. Behind every scary headline, behind every hack, there are real people making real mistakes. And that's what cybercriminals depend on: human error. They don't break systems. They trick people. That's why education matters as much as firewalls and encryption. Teach your employees how to spot scams. Keep your devices locked when not in use. Separate personal and business accounts. Simple steps, massive difference. The truth is, small businesses don't need expensive tech to stay safe. They just need discipline, routine checks, smart habits, and most importantly, they need to care. Because once your data hits the dark web, it's not just numbers or files, it's your reputation, your customers' trust. That's something no amount of ransom money can buy back. So take this seriously. Don't wait for a cyber addict to remind you how vulnerable you are. Start protecting your business today before someone else profits from it tomorrow. The internet has two sides, the one you see and the one that sees you. Both are connected. Both shape your life every day. The dark web isn't going away. It's growing, evolving, spreading across every device and every connection. But the good news? You're not powerless. Every time you secure your data, every time you verify an email, every time you update your system, you push back. You make it harder for criminals to win. And you protect not just your business, but the people who trust you. In the end, that's what this fight is about, trust. The world may be going digital, but the responsibility stays human. Stay alert, stay aware, and never forget the greatest threat isn't what hides on the dark web, it's what we ignore in the light.